Welcome to the Ep15 Infrared Learning Series. This episode, Ep15 ATR vs transmission, when to use which, we will cover every key point section by section, then close with a checklist. Next, the classic soul-searching question. The question most frequently asked by beginners to serve trainers is not which functional group does this peak correspond to, but rather a more basic one. In structure for this sample, should I use HA or Cabro palette? Next, review physical essence of the two methods. To make a sound choice, one must first understand the differences in their physical essence. Infrared spectroscopy essentially measures the absorption of ears light by the sample, with path length being the key variable. 1.1 transmission method, light passes through the sample. Next, advantages and limitations of ATR. 2.15 major advantages of ATR. This is the most straightforward advantage of ATRs. Solids, liquids, powders, pastes, and films can almost always be placed and measured. No care. Palette, pressing, no liquid cell filling, no film coating. Next, advantages and limitations of transmission. 3.15 major advantages of transmission. Precisely controllable path length. Next, comprehensive comparison. One table clarifies the differences. The following table systematically compares ATR and transmission across 12 dimensions. Table 2. Comprehensive comparison of ATR vs transmission. Compiled from OBI. Next, the selection by sample type. 4 major scenarios. Scenario: finify unknown white powder. Determine drug raw. Materials: analyze mineral powders. First choice: ATR 90% of cases. Next, example comparison. AS transmission spectra of polystyrene. Polystyrene is the standard sample for infrared teaching, used for collaboration on almost every instrument. Below, using polystyrene as an example, we compare spectral differences between the two methods for the same sample. 6.1 Comparison of major peak positions and intensities. Next, decision flowchart. Based on the above analysis, a practical method selection flowchart is provided. Next, have experiment guide. 4 points how to choose between ATR and transmission or ATR vs transmission. A quick decision flowchart. Figure 4. ATR vs transmission decision flowchart. Next, compliance considerations, pharmacopoeia and standards. Method selection is not only a scientific issue but also involves compliance. 8.1 Chinese Pharmacopoeia, 2020. Next, common misconceptions clarified. Misconception 1. ATR cannot be used for quantitative analysis. Partially correct, partially outdated. Next, future trends, method integration and intelligence. Modern high-end ATR, e.g. Bruker Platinum ATR, Thermal ID7, already achieved pneumatic pressure with excellent beers. Reproducibility, automatic background subtraction, automatic ATR, correction 1 quick measurement, entire process 1 minute. 10.2 Portability and on-site use. Next, review questions. The lab receives an unknown plastic sample, white book. The client wants an ear spectrum to identify the plastic type. Within 30 minutes, you need to quantify an impurity, 0.5%, in a drug substance. With the impurity standard available, is transmission mandatory? Finally, the drill actualists. Make sure you can recall each item. Core knowledge point. Key points. Physical difference. Transmission, controllable path length, ATR. Path length varies with wavelength. 5 advantages of ATR or no sample preparation, non-destructive, surface selectivity, aqueous samples possible, simple operation. 4 limitations of ATR. Penetration depth varies with wavelength, surface selectivity, refractive index matching, not suitable for gases. 5 advantages of transmission. Controllable path length, standard spectra, gold standard for quantification, applicable to gases. Fourier possible. 4 limitations of transmission. Tedious sample preparation. Cabro hygroscopy. Sample destructive. Requires operator skill. Powder samples. Default ATR. Pharmacopoeia quantification use transmission. Liquid samples. organic liquids, ATR, dilute solutions, transmission, aqueous solutions, water preferred, polymer samples, bulk, ultra thin, film transmission, cabin black fields, ATR, gas samples, only choice, transmission long path, gas cell, spectral difference pattern, high wave number, ATR weaker, low wave number, latter stronger, peak positions basically consistent, pharmacopoeia compliance, TOP default cable transmission, UST, actor allowed but requires violation, decision principle, no special requirements ATR first. That covers the required sample for this episode. Practice with real spectra on ftir.fun and continue with the next lesson.